Hi. Next recipe, something that in my hometown we used to call city chicken. The reason why it's called city chicken, the city is a misnomer because the dish really contains no chicken. Originally, it was veal on a skewer. Veal, not chicken. That's why they called it city chicken. Well, it's hard to believe, but my entire life I wanted to see like what would it taste like with, I don't know, real chicken. So that's what we're making today. We're making city chicken with real chicken. You need about 2 pounds of chicken. It can be breast, it can be thigh. What's cool is thigh is nothing compared to this. So it's a really potentially economical meal. You get these bamboo skewers, from any store. They're typically not this size. They're typically 8 inches, 12 inches. If you go and get popsicle sticks, they tend to be about this size, which would be perfect. If you can't find them, get bamboo skewers. Best thing you can do to cut them to length is simply get some pruning shears. They're really thin. It takes nothing to cut these babies. And what you want to do, you got about a 9 by 13 baking dish here. You just want to make sure that your skewers will fit widthwise. That's why you're cutting them. That's it. So if you have a different pan, you have more leeway that way. That's basically that. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut these babies into strips. Like so. Now remember, this can be breast, like I'm using, or it could be thigh. It's tasty either way. There we go. Pretty quick, eh? So, what you want to be careful with here is when you put them on the skewers, you want a little room on each side so you can actually pick it up to eat it. But you want to string it through. You don't want to do that. You want it nice and tight and neat, like you were, I hate to say it, threading a worm on a hook. There's an image you needed. Because you're going to batter these and you're going to fry these. There we go. See that? Now, as you can see, while I'm doing this, we've got our oil here. It's revving up on me. We want it around 300 degrees, but you don't have to worry about the temperature. There's an old Polish way to find out if the oil is right. Very scientific. All right. I think that's enough. My oil here, I can tell it's just about ready. In fact, it's a little too ready because it's almost smoking. We'll turn that baby down a little bit so I don't kill anybody. And let's, next thing we're going to do is batter these babies. So, here's what you do. Get yourself 2 lip dishes. Doesn't have to be real deep. On one of these, you're going to do a couple eggs. Get that out of there. And the other dish, do a little breadcrumb. What's nice about this dish, this is a comfort food dish. All the ingredients are pretty cheap. Breadcrumbs cost you about $1 if you get the cheapies. Really doesn't matter. A couple eggs. You're not talking some real exotic ingredients here. Put a little milk in there that helps give it a nice consistency to the batter. Let's, got a little shell in there. Let's whisk this puppy up. There we go. All right. Just take your chicken. You just roll it in the egg. Make sure you get it all. Make sure shake it a little. You don't want a lot of glop in here. It'll ruin everything. This will be just a heap of mud eventually. So give it a little shake. Give it a little roll. Oops, see, that came off. We don't want that. There you go. I didn't exactly live in a rich neighborhood when I was growing up, so this was a very common dish. And if it was a really special occasion, it was real veal. But most of the time it was actually something like pork. I don't know why they never made it with real chicken for some reason. I don't know why. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a good start. With 2 pounds, obviously, you can make more. Usually about 8. Let me wash my hands. All right. Now comes the frying. Oil should be around 300 degrees. If you don't have a thermometer, which a lot of people don't, just take some of the breadcrumb, especially with stuff with egg on it, and just throw it in there. See how violent that is boiling, but it's not burnt. So that's about ready.